Watercooler.
Wow, 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 wow.
Watercooler. Watercooler.
Wow, 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 wow. Hey, welcome to Watercooler, episode number 361, also known as 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 16. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with us on this lovely Tuesday as we record this. We appreciate you for tuning in, sharing the show with a friend, and we couldn't be happier to do this. With me today, we got the Core 4. That's right. This is a show where Chris Locks, I'm going to kick it with my Curl Digital Bud and Matt and Kaylin. With me today in studio, Gary Smith.
So what's up?
Hey, Curl Digital Bud.
Hey, bud.
And all the way in Long Beach, California, Kaylin Bean.
What's going on?
Hey, Kaylin, good to hear from you. And all the way in Austin, Texas, Matt Fondelier.
Hey, brother.
Hey, so Mike Dawson is not here. But he'll probably be here tomorrow, right? Or Thursday.
Thursday, I would think so.
The Patreon episode. So
he had to meet with a contractor.
Yeah, the dude burnt down his house by accident, and he's
Good
still dealing with it. He's still dealing with it.
Yeah, bad whole mistake.
Yeah, so he's still figuring it out. So supposedly it's a process. Who would have known? Matt, I am looking at your room every time Matt signs on. For these Watercooler podcasts, his room just gets a tad more festive, and it's looking real good, dude.
Thanks, man.
When you're decorating that room,
my dog keeps opening the door, so there's a little extra light in here, but that's okay.
It's better than a ghost, which I always think. Now, when you're doing that room, are you purposely decorating it for our Zooms? Like, are you saying
that's
this
correct.
Is good on camera?
No, this is the only part of this room that has any holiday. The rest of this room looks exactly the same.
About a minute before we started, he had to reposition the little Christmas tree so it fit just right in the frame because it was out otherwise.
Well, I'm a perfectionist.
I'm glad you did it. It looks wonderful.
I'm in the Christmas spirit.
The ghost of Christmas Present just closed the door. I don't know if anyone watching the video feed just saw that. It was miraculous.
I think what Matt really wants is a Kaylin background rating.
Oh,
you know what? I'm prepared.
Are you ready
now.
for that? Okay. So
well,
Kaylin,
okay.
Flick my screen.
Flick his screen.
I am happy to, but like you said, you do a little bit extra every time. Is there gonna be something else next week and then next week, but until right before Christmas, or are you done with the Christmas decorating at this
as
point?
that
if you're gonna keep
just indicated, I'm done. There's not much else.
All right, Kaylin,
Again,
what do you think of
just
Matt's
outside
Zoom
this
background?
door? It is a winter wonderland, but here.
And for the listeners, we should describe what we're seeing. So Matt is in his usual room. He has his usual artwork on the wall, but now they have Christmas lights hanging from them. He has some weird wreath with an oversized bow, not a wreath, but like a tree or what is that thing?
Looks like garland or something.
A garland,
and then,
just hang and with an oversized bow.
And then there's a tiny bonsai tree in the corner.
Yeah, that's
a weird decision.
Weird choice. Yeah, kind of unbalanced, but it's okay.
Well, Kaylin, perhaps you can take that into account when you flick my screen.
I am taking it into account, and you really hurt yourself there when you just described the whole outside of that room as a winter wonderland, but was not ready to decorate that room as a winter wonderland. So I will say it's still flickable. It's very festive, but you get a 7.9 out of 10.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Now, speaking of Christmas, so we kind of started decorating the house as well. I got sick over the weekend, so I haven't done the Christmas lights yet. I didn't trust myself on the ladder with all the Dayquil in me.
Good call.
But it will happen. Now, Matt, stop it, dude. All right, you're done. You got your rating. Stop adding stuff to your screen. Okay, although you should have had that out. I do have a question for you guys, and this is in regards to gifts, because I don't know if all your Christmas shopping is done yet, or if it has even started. Kaylin. Just kidding. But I was going through all of our old Christmas stuff, and we have a lot of those bags. Like, you know how you can either wrap the gift or you put them in the bag with the tissue paper. Mm-hmm. And look, I know it's is it lazier to use a bag? Is that like the new gift card of Christmas?
Bags.
You're no bagger.
Hell no.
You're anti-bag.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And in fact, I go so far, if I'm going to give somebody a bottle of wine, I'm wrapping that wine, baby.
Wow.
I'm such an advanced
kind of gives it away.
I'm an advanced gift wrapper now, I don't need to just wrap the boxes. That's child's play. Gary's child could do that. But can you expertly wrap a cylindrical bottle of wine understanding, of course, it is a bottle of wine, but you don't think people realize it's a bottle of wine when you hand them a skinny bag with a little bit of tissue sticking out of it? Come on.
I mean, chances are it is a bottle of wine, but it's not 100% bottle of wine. Whereas if you wrap the bottle of wine, I don't.
You think it's 100% a bottle of wine?
If you gave me a wrapped bottle of wine, that is a 95 to 100%er. If you gave it to me in a bag, that is about 80 to 90%. So
I'm gonna blow your mind, dude. That could very well be a bottle of vodka. That could be a bottle of whiskey. You don't know that. People bottle it in strange bottle, like looking like a wine bottle all the time.
Yeah, and that's the 5% that I gave you.
So, Matt, when do you take it to the next level of insanity where you are wrapping it in such a way as to disguise what the item is? You know, you see somebody who will take like a broom and then they'll make it look like it's a stroller or something.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely some next level shit.
That is
the closest. The closest that I can come to that is a long-standing Fondelier tradition, which is to disguise the gift within the box. So the wrapping paper might not disguise it, but for example, one year my dad opened up a gift, and upon opening the paper, discovered it was a Crest toothpaste box. But if you open up the box, there were some cigars in there for him.
Okay.
Yeah. Our
Matt,
family does that as well. Can't believe the box is very much a mantra in our household.
Yeah, and those joke boxes where it's just a product that nobody would ever even want.
Right.
And, those are always fun too. I get it. Now, Matt, since you I respect that. I like that you are wrapping every gift, and I do think it looks better under the tree. I do think it feels a little more Christmassy. I personally like unwrapping gifts better than opening it up out of the bag. Sure. Now, when you're unwrapping a gift, are you very delicate with it, or are you just a mess with it because you know how much work was put into it?
I mean, that's the fun, is to be a mess with it.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, what do you guys do on your baby's first baby?
I'm taking the Scotch
What's
tape
that thing called?
slowly off. The smash cake? I love a smash cake.
Yeah, I smash gift. That's what I do.
That's right. Okay. That's good. And then when you're doing this,
I just want to wrap a cake.
Are you I know. Are you for the card, are you doing a card? Are you doing just that little tag? Are you just permanent markering on the wrapper? What's your move?
Mm-hmm. We have like sticky labels that are adhered.
Yeah,
they're nice though. They're like, to and from. They're themed.
So
yeah, I spent time wrapping gifts. Like that was I also enjoyed doing that. And you really appreciate good wrapping paper versus like the really cheap stuff that you could buy at like a Ralph's when the day before Christmas.
Yeah, no.
Because man,
that's so thin.
There is some cheap wrapping paper out there that is just. It's like impossible. It's impossible to wrap things with.
It's tissue paper.
It's tissue. Yeah, I'm wrapping with tissue paper. That should belong in the bag,
exactly,
sticking out.
Now, one of the things that was weird that my family did all through my childhood was we would take the little tags like you're talking about, but then they would go upside down and then in one of like the little like slits and then taped so that you couldn't see it, so that the kids would stay away from the tree because they couldn't figure out whose shit was what.
Oh, interesting. See, we didn't have to do that because we were good kids and we didn't care.
Yeah.
So that's the.
Me and my sister are huge assholes.
Just kidding. But also with the gift bag, I do have a PSA here. If you're doing the gift bag, those things are weirdly expensive for what they are. They're a bag with Santa Claus on it or a snowman. And, they come in various sizes, but they could be like $5 a bag.
Yeah.
And it's like, really? I'm paying $5 extra to put your present in so you don't know what it is immediately. But then you'll know what it is 3 seconds later after you're handed it. So I am a proponent of reusing those bags. Like, dude, so you get a bag, it's still in great condition. You take out the one thing in there, and now you have this nice bag. Are you really going to throw it away? Like, someone spent a lot of money on this bag, and it's still in great condition. You could easily reuse it. Now, the only problem is some people like to put those stupid sticky things on there, those gift tags, or they'll write right on it, and just completely ruin the bag for reuse here. And I don't know what you think. Am I just being weird? Like, I think if you're doing the bag, make it easy for the other person to reuse it.
So you think the bag should be part of the gift? Here's a bag you can use next time you're giving a gift.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I feel like marking your territory with the gift is not a bad move,
See,
if you're going to be so low as to use a bag. God. That does remind me, though. This past weekend, my wife and I went to a like a Christmas fair, like a Christmas craft fair. People set up their little tables and whatever. It was really, really nice.
I think I'm going to one on Sunday.
Yeah.
One of the tables that we walked by, this girl, like apropos of nothing, she just announced, "These are reusable gift bags," and I immediately thought, so they're gift bags because of course they're all fucking reusable. Like it was just a very funny thing for her to say.
Yeah.
Like as if that's something like notable that these ones are reusable.
No, Matt, it's a reminder. All right, because I don't want you sticking your tags or marking your territory on any bag that you're giving away. Just like come on, help people out here. Recycle a little bit. Help the earth. My God, marking your bags. What is wrong with you people?
I'm on your side.
Thank you. Kaylin, you would reuse a bag, right?
Of course.
See?
Kidding me?
I, as someone who still doesn't know how to properly wrap a square box, those
Kaylin.
bags, I would hoard all the bags for when I had to do the wrapping.
please
Now,
tell
luckily,
me
I have
anything.
other people. I have other people to do the wrapping for me at this point. But back when I was a single man, I had
people.
I had a closet full of bags that it's like I'm not even gonna try wrapping these gifts. So
Yeah. I used to
Reusable
think
bags
like
all day.
the messy wrapping was endearing. Growing up, it's like, look, I tried it. I know it looks terrible, but look, I'm a boy.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do?
I don't know things.
Yeah. I kind of leaned into it for a while.
Yeah.
But
Every boy did for a while.
but now I really appreciate a good wrap job.
Yeah, it's I'm not gonna touch that one with a 10-foot pole, but I have to agree with your original comment, which is go for that high end paper. Like if you see those wrapping papers that are $3 more a roll, that's
Get
a
it.
bargain.
Yeah.
That's a bargain.
Sometimes they might even have the little squares on the back to help you measure.
Classic.
The classic squares. Get a nice pair of scissors where it just glides across.
I just got a new thing this year that you like attach it to the tube, and then it's like a guided
Woo! It's getting hot in here.
Just saying.
Dude, that's sexy.
Got one for the whole family. Pretty
Yeah.
sure LL.
Are you a
so
rap
buckle
daddy?
up. I am not a rap.
Yeah, all right. It sounds like you are, dude.
I don't know.
I
dude.
love it. All right, well, that's just my PSA. Reuse the Christmas bags, everybody, because
Don't put your fucking names on them.
don't write on them. Don't write on them. I get those, and someone just wrote right on. It's like this is useless now.
It's just like pain.
It hurts. It hurts my heart. All right, I did go to a Christmas parade on Saturday.
Did you?
No, Friday night. Excuse me. Yeah, the Seal Beach Christmas parade. It was wonderful.
That sounds awesome.
Santa was
Is
there.
that the water one?
No, that's Long Beach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Seal Beach is just the street, just down Main Street. You got Santa, you got the firefighters, you got all the organizations, the kids and the schools and stuff. And it's a really fun time. It really gets you in the spirit. But then I just got to thinking, parades are weird.
Yeah.
Like everyone just standing there and everyone just walking down the middle and just waving. It's like it's just a weird concept, but it's enjoyable. But it's just like when you're just looking at it, like if you're an alien looking down, like what are they doing?
yeah.
I think what makes them so charming is when they're part of like that small town vibe. Like what you're talking about, I feel like is probably a lot more exciting. That to me is a lot more exciting than like the Main Street or the New Year's Day parade, for example.
Or anything or the Thanksgiving Day parade with all the floats.
Yeah.
and
Like I
stuff.
would much rather like to me, my wife and I went to like Ojai, which is like a little tiny wine country kind of place. And when we were there, they had like a little town parade, and it was the most charming thing ever with like the local schools and all the like you said, the local firefighters.
Yeah, it gave you a
I think it's
flavor of
fun
the community.
Yeah, exactly. I think
Yeah.
it's really fun for like a community.
I think you're right. But then, like, there are people who would spend the night New Year's Eve in Pasadena, right? Because I used to work on Colorado in Pasadena, Colorado Boulevard,
Yeah.
Pasadena, and that's where they have the parade, the New Year's Day parade, the
Rose Parade.
the Rose Parade. That's what it is. Yeah, and it's just like they're camping out, trying to get their spot. Their grandstands there. It's just like,
You ever gone?
what are you gonna see? No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Should I go?
No.
Oh, you've gone.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Gary.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. So, like, what is the point?
There isn't one.
Oh,
My parents forced me to go when I was probably like 1 year
It's just
too
a
old.
a
Like
thing.
if it had been like 1 or 2 years earlier, I probably would have been, 10 or 11, and I would just been like, oh, whatever. But I think they took me when I was like 12 or 13. I was so over it. It was like 5 in the morning. Let's drive to Pasadena and sit in the fucking cold on a metal bench and watch bullshit go by at 3 miles an hour.
Wow.
Go fuck yourself. Oh, it was awful.
Yeah, it's weird.
It
It's
was-
a weird concept, but
Yeah.
look, it's a weird concept, but I like that they exist. I'm not like anti-parade by any means.
You're going to be a parade daddy soon enough. As soon as you have a stroller to push around, like, you just need shit to go do.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, it's kind of nice.
Okay. Yeah, I get because it's something to do, and it's joyous, and the energy,
It's
everyone's
community.
happy, it's community. But
Yeah.
if you're just on paper, like, yeah, you sit there and you're watching like things go by slowly.
Yeah.
And they'll wave to you. They're not really waving to you, they're just waving.
Right. It's yeah, you're right.
And who are all these people?
I don't know.
I wanted to just remind all of you guys and hopefully the listeners to the time that we were legitimately looking into getting a float in a parade and then doing
Yeah.
a live water cooler on one of those. And
That would make sense. That's entertainment.
Perfectly tracks, Caitlin.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you for
fun.
bringing it up.
We would be the highlight of that parade.
We were going to reinvent the parade.
And we're going to
We
throw
were really
tortillas
gonna
at
do
people.
that,
Yeah, no.
So what you're talking about, Keelan, is the Doodah Parade, which takes the same exact path as the Rose Parade. It's in Pasadena, and where before I moved, we were walking distance from, Colorado, where they do the big parade, and also walking distance from where they did the Doodah Parade, which of course was just a collection of freaks and circus performers.
We missed it
and
by 2
people-
weeks, guys.
People throwing tortillas in your face,
Yeah,
and it's
right.
like free to sign up, and oh my god,
Can
it
we
was
submit-
so amazing.
Can we submit for next year?
Yeah.
We were
we-
gonna do it
yeah.
the
It was-
previous years, but fucking COVID ruined
COVID.
it.
Matt, you
Yeah.
would fly
Yeah.
out for that, right?
If the show's paying for it, I'll be there. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you'd fly out for that.
Yeah.
You get no.
Yeah.
You'll make your money back in tortillas. It's gonna
Okay.
work just
All
fine.
right, good.
Now, I was thinking though, the parade is a weird concept, but something that I do. Chris Luxmana. When I am on the dance floor, I become a machine. I'll be honest. It gets pretty crazy. It gets a little rowdy, and I love forming the dance line, like that Soul Train dance line, like getting everybody in the line, and and then person or two.
It's
go
the bar
down
mitzvah
middle.
move.
Is that a bar
Snake-
mitzvah move?
Oh,
Classic.
absolutely. Snaking through.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Eventually, someone
maybe a
brings out
tunnel.
the limbo pole.
Yeah, see, I enjoy that. So maybe they're related in a way because we're doing the same thing. We're just watching people dance by as you cross, and everyone's just having a good time, and the energy's there. So, yeah, there might be something to it. But yeah, parades on the other hand, kind of weird.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Here's really the key difference between these two things that you're talking about, Chris, and that is I don't get shamed into joining the parade. I get to sit on the sidelines,
What?
enjoy a spiked beverage,
Yeah.
perhaps, and throw tortillas at people, and I get to enjoy the parades that's going by. When there's a dance line, and I'm just trying to enjoy, the bar mitzvah party and hanging out with my
You don't like a
friends,
dance line?
then someone's
no
aunt
sh-
walks by and is like, "Come on, you got to join," and then everyone's like, "Come on, you got to do it," and then I'm like, fucking goddamn it, I was enjoying what I was
Matt's-
doing over here, but fine, I'll be in your Congo line.
Matt's a guy. Well, no, not the Congo line. I don't care about the Congo line, but the dance line where you're going through the tunnel. You're going down the street. Yeah, I like that. But Matt seems like a guy who kind of ends it. It just kind of fizzles out right behind, as behind, it just kind of fizzles away.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
There is
kinda,
definitely a little
like
bit of
Thanos
pressure.
snapped
At
his,
least,
his
at least
finger
the
behind your butt.
question, do I join the line? Do I not join the line? I don't know if I'm feeling it. You don't get that with a parade. Should I join the
No.
parade? Should I jump in there? Should I be part of it? You
Yeah.
don't need to worry about that. You can
Exactly.
just sit back and relax.
In fact, if you join the parade, you'll be asked to leave.
Yeah. Although what
You'll
would
be arrested.
although what would stop you? Like, cause like at the Christmas parade, I don't mean to spoil it. So if you plan on attending that parade ever, turn this podcast off now, or at least for the next 5 seconds. But Santa comes last. All right. So
Damn.
yeah, I know.
I got news for you. That's all Christmas parades.
So Santa's at the very end. And I was thinking, what's stopping me from joining this parade right behind Santa, baby? Like, there's nobody behind him.
You want to be called an elf?
That's true. I do not want
Well,
to be called that.
I gotta say, just to kind of yes and you here, Chris, there is the solution to that, and that is the one parade we have not mentioned yet, which are the Disneyland parades. Those go down Main Street, Disneyland, and at the back of the parade, they don't care. You can go in the back of that line and walk all the way down Main Street and follow the parade out to the front gate, pretend like you're part of the parade. Not going to say I didn't do that.
Yeah. See, I love that. And yeah, Matt likes to do that, but he hates the tunnel dance. The only reason Matt gets upset having to be shamed into doing that tunnel dance is because the person in front of him did the double gun finger move.
Yeah.
And just took his move.
totally
and
upstaged.
he has nothing left.
Yeah, he's out.
He has nothing. There's nothing to submit. All right. Well, anyway, Kalen does have some updates that he told me about. So as soon as he gets back to his chair, we will get to that. But why don't we do some comments? I didn't do any comments last week.
Well, real quick, can I tell you about my trip to go see Joe Coy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I saw
hell
Joe
yeah.
Coy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Where'd you go? You went to
I went to the Long Beach Terrace Theater. He did 4 nights in Long Beach, of course, all sold out. I went on the Saturday right after Black Friday, and dude, it was insane. Like it was deafening how loud it was and just how raucous the crowd got. And it was a 10. Like he was just on it. And yeah, it was one of the best shows I've ever seen him do, if not the best.
Yeah, same for me. It was amazing. I went and saw him at the Honda Center where the Mighty Ducks play, and the Ducks of Anaheim, but you know what I'm saying for this podcast. And it was freaking amazing. And I did have just one like strange thing that happened. I agree with you. The show was a 10. I don't know about for your show, but at the Honda Center, he brought Boys to Men to close it out. Which
No, he didn't, Gary. So I guess 9.5 for me.
sorry. It was just absolutely amazing. It was a great show. But as we were walking in, it was a Thursday show that he had added, I think, after he sold out his Saturday show. So he played Thursday in Anaheim, then I think he played in Oakland on Friday because the Ducks were playing on Friday, and then he came back and played on Saturday. And I was able to go to the Thursday show, and he was nice enough to hook me up with tickets, and I was so stoked. And, this is a big deal for me and my wife. We haven't, been out for a big night like that, especially on a weeknight, in quite a while. And the show was actually later than the Saturday show. It was at 8 o'clock. So we, got the babysitter over there, and we jumped in an Uber, and we headed off. And, the Uber driver, I had taken us to a restaurant across the street, and he was like, "You're going to the show. Do you just want me to take you to Honda Center?" And I was like, "I mean, if you want to, like, I think that you might get stuck in there." He's like, "It's fine, I got it." So he just like
Whoa.
pulls into like the parking lot, and we kind of finally slows down as people are trickling in, and we just said, "All right, thanks, we're out." And we got out of the Uber and we walked across the street. So we're still not on the grounds of the Honda Center. We're kind of by the parking lot, and there's this large stream of cars, about to go in, and there's sheriffs, monitoring it and everything. And this sheriff walks from about 40 yards away right at me. I'm still standing on the sidewalk. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And he comes up to me and he looks at my wife and he goes, "I just want to tell you, we've been sending people back all night. You should go back to your car right now and put that purse in there. It is way too big. You are never getting that into Honda Center." And I was like,
what?
I was like,
oh, yeah.
boy.
because then they now have this policy where it's like clear bags
Every
or,
venue
or
does this,
small
yeah.
bags, I guess is apparently the policy there. And I just looked at him and I was like, "I just got out of an Uber. I have no car here." She kind of looked at me and was like, "Well, that's pretty tough for you."
Oh.
And he's just like, I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, that's never getting in. And he just turned around and walked away. And I don't know.
I have a solution, but let's
I
hear what
also
you
have
did.
a solution.
All right, no, let's hear him because we came up with
Kalen, do you have a solution?
we came up with some ideas as well.
Okay, what were your
Okay.
ideas?
So
And what did you do? What would you ultimately do?
Well, let's save it. Let's hear the ideas first. Because
So-
I don't want Gary to give up the thing and then Chris, you'll be like, "Yeah, that was my idea. Of course that worked."
Okay, well,
Because I totally see you do that.
okay.
So one of my ideas was I was going to call an Uber and then I was going to send it with the purse to my house. And then
Great business idea, by the way. Purse Uber?
Well,
Puber?
we were
wait,
gonna-
that doesn't quite work. Puber doesn't quite work.
Uber is a different app,
that's
dude.
a whole
that's different.
different thing.
But
man.
like Purse Uber? Oh my God.
Well, I mean, I've seen this before. Uber drivers don't care what they're carrying, and the fact carrying an inanimate object makes them the same amount of money, and they don't have to listen to the person, and they can do whatever they want, listen to music. So I could see that working. My wife was talking about trying to go across the street and slip a bartender some cash to hold it behind the bar.
Oh, interesting.
Until the
that's
show.
I like
good.
that.
I like that one
That's better
too.
than my idea. Okay.
Yeah. What are your guys' ideas? Those were our two.
I was
Mine-
was gonna say you got to bury the bag and then come back and get it later.
Bury it
Pretty
in the
good.
parking lot of Honda Center.
Find some dirt, bury it.
See, now that's going to get the purse dirty. My solution, pregnancy. Tell Joya, put that in her shirt, tuck in the bottom. Who's going to stop that pregnant woman?
Go to the metal detector. I got a baby. I don't even trust the metal detectors.
Yeah. those are all interesting ideas.
Yeah.
Ultimately, what we ended up doing was I told Joya, let's go to Will Call and let's see what we got. Because we didn't buy these tickets. These tickets were left for us by Joe. So, I don't know, maybe there's some kind of a pass or something in
Or a
there.
check, maybe you could check
Ooh,
the
there
bag.
you
Maybe I
go.
can check the bag. We can leave it with Will Call, if,
Sure.
who knows. So,
Or find a good berry spot.
so we start walking. We were looking for one of those as well.
Hope you brought a shovel.
So the Will Call is kind of halfway around the building from where we are. So the crosswalk opens, we cross the street. Now, from where we were to where Will Call was, 6 different law enforcement officials and employees of Honda Center stopped us to talk to us about the bag.
To the point where, like,
different
we
ones.
know. We
6
know.
different ones. There was a CEC security guard. There was a Honda Center person. There was a police officer, the original sheriff. I mean, it was absolutely absurd. But we decided we were going to soldier on, and we got up to the Will Call booth, and she went and got like the envelope for me. And before she had given us anything, my wife asked her, like, what do you think? Like, can we leave this here with you and we'll come back? We'll give you a little cash, or, do you think there's any chance to let me through? And the Will Call woman goes, I came to see a show here last week and I couldn't get through with my bag with my employee ID. And now Joy is panicking because Joy had brought one of her nice purses. This is a nice night out, so she's excited. So she hands me my tickets, and thank God, there it was. There was a laminate as well as the ticket. And so I kind of thought, I had been scoping out all the different entrances as we had been walking around, and I knew there was one that was like more catered to like VIPs or like club entrance or whatever. So I had that already scoped out, and I just was like, look, we're going to go over there and we're just going to play. We did not know this because we didn't buy these tickets. There was probably an alert on the website that tells you not to bring the bag. We didn't know. We're whatever. And I will not embarrass myself with some of the shit that I said to get this done. But
come on.
we
This
got
is
that.
the forum for it.
We got that bag in the show.
What'd you
baby.
say? What'd you say? Do you know who my father is?
We were making wild claims about how we could go leave it in Joe's dressing room, and how we were friends of the artist.
Yeah, there you go.
As it turned out, this pass got me into nothing. It didn't get me in. It wasn't getting me backstage.
It would have. You should have hit me up about it.
I tried. It didn't work. But yeah, so it
You
was,
should have asked for Mike and Joel. What is it, Chris?
Well,
Who
it's
your
really
friends?
Matt and Mike, but
Matt
I
and
messed
Mike.
up.
Matt and Mike.
But
I
it is.
always
I
get
did
it
do
confused.
Joel and Matt last time.
Joel and Matt. There you go.
But we got very fortunate, and somebody took pity on us and let us take it in. So,
Yeah.
but it was
that's nice.
It was an amazing show, and obviously some of his fans were expecting the Boys to Men thing, because we sat through the entire show and it was just laughter and fun and whatever. And the second that the first Boys to Men guy came out, it smelled like a fucking Cheech and Chong concert up in that piece. Everyone lit up as soon as they came out, and it was a really special end to the show. So yeah,
I gotta.
thank you to
I have
Joe
to-
and everybody.
When Joe Coy played the Forum, I was there. I believe, Gary, you were there.
I was
Chris,
not.
Chris,
I
were
was
you
there.
there for that show?
I was there.
Because didn't Boys to Men came out and closed
So
out that
Joe
show?
is
So you
BFFs
did-
with
you did get
Wanye
to see
Morris
that
from
fest.
Boys to Men. So Wanye goes he travels with Joe, and he'll do that. He'll pop out and do some
There you
stuff
go.
too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's and he was in like Joe's movie and everything. So yeah, they're thick as thieves. So yeah, if you go to Joe's show, I mean, you're going to see some guest appearances. And yeah, I am jealous. Now the clear bag thing, that's a new thing. Like Hollywood Bowl, every venue does that, to the point where girls now get clear purses, like that look kind of nice, and like they go out, and it's akin to like seeing like people who have like wedding rings or engagement rings on. You kind of get their deal. If I see a girl with a clear bag, I'm like, you like going to concerts. Like there's just something. It's a notifier.
What's the deal with the wedding ring when you see one?
Oh, they're probably married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Probably.
But you
never know.
Like 90%.
I just like how you're like, yeah, you see a ring, you're like, I guess that's your thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're like, no,
Guess you
like a wedding
being
ring.
with another person the rest of your life.
Yeah. That, you kind of understand. Like if you see a ring, it's like, all right,
Yeah.
there's like a 90% chance that
You're probably into the whole marriage thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Probably.
I should say that.
That's okay. Blame the NyQuil.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to do some comments? Thanks for.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's do comments.
All right.
It's time for listener comment.
All right. Once again, these are all comments found within our Facebook group. And if anybody wants to join our Facebook group, it's a really, really incredible community that's ever growing. And it's a lot of fun. Everyone's cool there. So all you have to do is just go to facebook.com/groups/BoboBoyArmy Worldwide LLC. You click join, answer a few questions. We might let you in.
Most likely.
It's super easy. Yeah. So, yeah, once again, my favorite place on the internet. All right. Steve Hartley. Here's a question for Gary.
What's up?
Because, Gary and I, we've been golfing.
We've been golfing.
Gary went golfing last weekend. He's a golf dude. So he says, hey, Gary, what's your putting grip? Are you traditional, left hand low, or the claw?
No, I'm traditional. I'm familiar with all three, but I'm definitely traditional.
All righty. There you go, Steve. I know, we're all hoping for the claw.
Yeah, here, this is a...
Oh, the claw! The claw!
Yeah.
That's from
That's
golf.
what we want to yell
That's
when
from
he's
golf.
when he's on the green. Tim Blankenship, he just wants to know, what do you guys think about this Cocaine Bear movie coming out? It feels like it'll fit our made-up movies when we were talking about, like, Shark Volcano or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Bear Avalanche. Cocaine Bear. Kaylin, I'm sure you saw the trailer.
I have not seen the trailer, but this obviously has come from the actual real life story. Like
Yeah.
this was a real thing that happened where a bear got into like a huge stash of cocaine and then was like really high and then died shortly afterwards. But it is a pretty well-known story on the internet, and of course somebody's like, all right, I'm just gonna write a movie about it. And
Yeah. I think
Good on
directed
them for
by
doing that,
Elizabeth
yeah.
Banks.
Yeah, it
Really?
looks...
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good,
I didn't even know there was a
actually.
trailer out.
Oh, there's a trailer. It looks pretty wild. It looks a little too novelty-y for me.
Yeah, if they land it right, but I know what you're saying. The trailer is certainly...
Like,
If the movie is the trailer, it might be a little too much.
it's a little too much. Like, the trailer, to be honest, is a little too much. It's like, all right, I get it.
Yeah.
This bear is just gonna eat everybody while high. Like, it's going nuts, and it's fun.
That's
once
good
again,
enough for me, to be
just
honest.
just like parades, I like that it exists, and sure, everyone wants to have a little fun, and it's lighthearted, and I'm all for that. But yeah, I don't know. I'll probably watch it and not read the wiki.
Yeah, I would say probably the same.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, all right. Tony Magbanoa. He has a thing for Kaylin. He says, "Wait, if birds aren't real, that
Correct.
means eagles aren't real, and doesn't that create a coin quest conundrum for quarters?" Yeah, so Kaylin is trying to collect all 50 states of quarters right now. This
Yeah.
is a mission that he started very recently, which is odd.
Well, he resumed it
Well,
recently.
I resumed it recently.
He
I
resumed it
started
starting
a
from
long
zero.
time
That means
ago.
you started it, dude. Like if you like, okay, you can't resume from zero. Like, why are you repping that? Like, just say you started. And
I restarted.
okay, well, sure. So first, Kaylin, answer the birds aren't real. What is up with the Eagles question, and then do we have a quarter update?
So when it comes to the Eagles, I think that it's no coincidence that the birds that do exist are government drones.
The fact that he has his
are-
hood on right now makes it crazy.
that are flying in the air to spy on us and charge on the power lines is kind of a coincidence that the government also produces money and decided to put one of these birds on said money. I don't know. It feels like a bit of a conspiracy to try and convince us that they are in fact real and not the government drones that they really are.
Gosh, I'm so sad Dawson's not here. All right, and quarter update.
Bird.
I do have a quarter update. In the past week, I have gotten 4 new quarters.
What?
$1?
What? Did you go to a quarter store?
A
Where are you?
Full dollar.
Where?
Someone's been at the laundromat.
Yeah, what's going on? Arcade?
No, I logged my I logged it this time. I got 1 from McDonald's. I got 1 from In-N-Out, and I got 2 50 cents back. Both of them hit on both quarters at Arco.
All right. Well, first off, you know
Wow.
fast food places take card, right?
I'm trying to collect quarters, right?
Ah,
I never realized that this quarter segment would actually become about your horrible dietary habits.
Yeah.
Arco? What is
What do you-
happening?
Arco is just a game.
Arco, if you pay cash at
McDonald's
Arco, it
and In-N-Out
actually
doesn't.
it's quite a price difference. Now, what states are we looking at, Caitlin? Do you have the states here?
Of course, I have the states. I
Yeah,
know
let's
you
talk
guys
about.
like
And if
to
anybody
normally-
lives in these states, let's hear from you in the comments. Come on, rep it.
you
I
guys
do like
like-
the idea of Caitlin getting change back and be like, Amy, take the kids. I got to log this.
Be represented here, Caitlin.
Oh, it goes farther than that. Now when, because I pay with cash a lot and, a lot of times I have to break out, I don't just get the quarters. I keep my dimes, my nickels and everything else. So when I need some change to legitimately gives, I have to empty my whole coin purse out and make sure not to give them the ones that I've collected.
Yeah, don't give the quarters,
I
dude.
have to,
It's a coin
separate the
pouch, dude.
quarters and give them the coin purse.
I think really just to take a step further to what you're saying earlier, if in fact your state is shouted out, this is really your day to celebrate.
Yeah.
Really, I want you to
This is
take
the
to that
lottery
Facebook group,
right now.
let people know.
Yeah.
Step
No.
aside achievement.
Create a
day.
new post. Just
Yeah.
because this is a
Give us
happy,
reasons.
joyous
Read this.
occasion. Caitlin,
Yeah.
call
Celebrate.
out the four
bef-
new states.
Well, normally, if I get one, you guys do all try to guess which state it is. So
We're not
I
going to
feel
guess
like if
4
you-
states, dude. Just
No,
announce it.
I have 4. You just have to guess one, and you have a much
So
better
we
chance
have,
of
we
hitting
have a
this
higher
time.
percentage here.
Exactly. You have a higher percentage.
I'm
of
feeling
hitting at least one of them.
Louisiana. Louisiana's got to be on there. Let's get some Cajun, baby.
I think you got California.
Texas.
Okay, I've already gotten Louisiana. I believe that one is
Winner?
already wrong. No, you guys are wrong on all of them. It's Alaska.
Oh, what's up, our
dude,
Alaska
Seiji.
listeners?
Seiji. He was on the Corolla cruise with he had the whale penis. You guys know what I'm talking about. Come on.
Oh,
Which does feature a
wait,
bear.
what about his penis?
No, he brought a
What
to
else
the
you get,
Corolla
Caitlin?
shop. Forget it. He knows what I'm talking about.
I do.
Yes, the Alaska coin does feature a bear that may or may not be on cocaine. There's also I got South Carolina,
Oh, what's up, South Carolina? Sound off.
Kentucky,
Oh, Kentucky.
Ooh. We're gonna have a
Now-
lot of Kentucky fans, I could tell.
and Alabama.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah.
sound off in the Facebook group. Caitlin just called your state. You just won. Congratulations for joining that group.
Can we put it out? I know we talked about it on Patreon, but let's put it out to the full audience here. We do need a theme song for Kaylin's Quarter
It's
Corner.
coming.
Caitlin,
It's already.
do you
in the
have-
works. So
do
I don't
you-
think we do need it. It's already coming.
Caitlin,
All right, cool.
do you have just a quick list of all the states that you have?
No,
just
I'll
let's do
write
that
it.
next week.
I'll keep it going for next time.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
'cause
go backwards in that log.
Let's just because I want people to know if they're counted or not yet.
Yeah.
Because if they're from those states or they're in those
They
states,
should celebrate.
know. Yeah,
Like
they should.
Louisiana, what up?
They should. Yeah, I mean, some parties are going to be thrown right now. It's like an Oscar viewing party. People want to, this is like the opposite of the Hunger Games. If you get picked, it's very joyous. It's very nice. Yeah. So congratulations to all 4 of those states. All right.
Thank you.
Tony. Oh, wait, but before we get to this, Kayla, when you're ordering your fast food, when you're going to McDonald's or In-N-Out,
Yeah, sure.
and let's say you order a large fry, and you know
Okay.
your change is going to be 26 cents, but if you go down to that medium, you're going to get 50 cents back. You're going to double your chances of getting a steak quarter. Are you conscious of that? Are you doing that?
Are you shifting your behavior?
Yes.
I am shifting my behavior, but I'm not trying to make it any harder for the cashier to dole out change. So yes, I will try. I will definitely be altering my behavior. I am very cognizant of the fact that, okay, I'm getting a quarter here. And a lot of times, the fucking worst is when I'm like, all right, I'm getting a quarter back. Let's see what's up. 2 dimes and a nickel. I go, oh,
What is
Yep.
wrong with them?
happened at Vaughn's the other day. I was so pissed.
Are there other collectors
Oh.
that live in your
I
town?
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but that's a move that I do not like.
Oh, 2 dimes and a nickel. Oh, I'm sorry, man. All right. Tony also he wrote, "Hey, happy National Dice Day, everybody. We're all fans of dice here,
Hey.
but it's also National Cookie Day. What are your guys' favorite cookies?" And the group chocolate chip reign supreme, and then it went
Classic.
macadamia nut, peanut butter, snickerdoodle, oatmeal raisin, oatmeal chocolate chip. What do you guys? I know Gary and I were oatmeal raisin dudes.
Yeah, of the standards, I have like a family recipe that I love as well. But
That's funny. Have you had this family recipe, guys?
Well, look out because you just activated the purveyor of these cookies.
I've never had such a family recipe for oatmeal raisins. My favorite
By the
cookie.
way,
All right, Laura Lee, calm down.
My favorite cookie.
not-
Have you guys had this?
They're not family oatmeal raisin recipe. This is like a banana oat like chocolate chip.
I haven't had
They're
that.
fantastic.
Now I know I haven't had that.
Laura Lee, producer LL, I'll give you my address. I'm not saying it on the air, but please.
Interesting. All right. Well, Kaylin, you don't like sweets. What's your favorite cookie?
Yeah, so I don't
Lemon.
like sweets,
Yeah.
and I don't
like-
I don't like it.
I like
But you know,
savory cookies.
Animal.
even
like
for
beef
someone
cookies.
that
Animal.
even for someone that does not enjoy cookies really, like a fresh out of the oven like chocolate chip cookie, even that
It's hard to beat.
Yeah, you can't. I'm like, okay, I will eat this.
Oh, good.
So I guess I have to go. Oh, but I also will just say
I
that
will eat this. Not all heroes wear capes.
Right out the oven, a fresh
Fresh.
gooey.
All right, fine, guys. In this form factor, I will
feel
consider.
I would like it to be
bullshit.
noted.
eat them after they come.
Bravo,
I
Ken.
also love myself an Oreo. I will eat an Oreo.
Wow, that is the
No,
worst
that's-
take ever.
I don't care.
Oreos
That's-
are dog shit.
Oreos are not
Oreos
dog shit. How
fucking
dare
fantastic.
Oreos
What
are
are you
great.
talk-
Oreos
Oreos are
dog
awesome.
shit.
you? Oreos are awesome. You're right, Caleb.
They're fucking awesome.
Yeah. More Oreos
And that's
for us.
that's coming from someone that doesn't like cookies.
Yeah.
That- That's apparent because you like Oreos.
Oreos are good.
No, they're not.
Oreos are
Oreos
very,
are
very
delicious.
good. Matt.
Not
so-
the double stuff though. Fuck the double stuff. That's too
No, dude, the double stuff is good.
Nah, too much.
The ratio's off?
We're way off.
I disagree. I think
it-
double stuff
Is
should
it
be
off
the
by
standard.
double?
No. Double stuff should be the standard. But that's for well, here's the thing. We've talked about this. Kalen likes to he doesn't eat his Oreo like an actual sandwich. He likes to like lick the frosting off or something like that. So yeah, that's too much frosting.
Okay, I was not there for that discussion, and I fucking definitely do not lick the frosting off. I just eat it like a regular cookie. Like
Kalen likes yeah, you don't eat does. You've been over this. he lights a few candles.
yeah, right.
So
Yeah.
I got to say, I think the chocolate chip is really the standard. To me, it's the pepperoni pizza of cookies. Like that's what I'm going to use to measure your bakery's ability to make cookies. Having said that, these days, if I'm seeing that kind of like standard cookie menu that's in that Facebook poll, for example, I'm leaning toward the Snickerdoodle. I feel like that's like a super underrated one. And these days, a little bit of cinnamon, got a little bit
Yeah.
of chew. I'm there.
Yeah. He's our food guy.
I don't know. Is Texas going to allow
He's our
this?
food guy.
I like
That's the guy.
snickerdoodles and sandals.
That's the guy we go for food.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, good job, Matt. That's a good one.
What's up? You guys don't like
Snickerdoodles.
Snickerdoodle? What's up? You
They're
don't like that?
fine.
I don't even know
I
what
will.
a snickerdoodle is.
I don't think. I don't
It's like
think I've.
cinnamon. It's like a cinnamon.
Buy that,
cookie.
Kaylin.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever used. I've spent more than 2 dimes and a nickel on Snickerdoodles, like in my life. Like
I said it's underrated.
it is underrated.
I'll stand by it.
So Jen made some chocolate chip cookies
Yeah.
the other night.
Lucky.
Fantastic from scratch. Like did the flour and the bake, like whatever.
Wow.
Like, yeah. So good. And then she's doing different batches, and she's like, "All right, Chris, set your timer for 9 minutes." So I just go to Siri. I'm like, "Set timer for 9 minutes." Sorry if I did that to everybody's phone just now. And I just realized. And then it goes, and my alarm goes off. And she's like, "They're not ready yet. Set it for another minute." And so I go to set it for another minute. She does not know this, but I looked. And I'm like, I kind of like those cookies a little crispier. So that minute goes off. And I'm like, I'm gonna wait 30 seconds before I tell her that the minute went off. Just give it a little more heat, a little more cooking time.
So you're gonna lie to the mother of your child?
Yeah, and and I totally forget after.
Oh.
Oh no!
So now I kind of smell. Now these cookies are getting crispy.
yeah, they are burned.
They're a little burnt, but still edible, absolutely edible. And this is only one of like the 4 batches she made.
Hold on. Chris edible or edible?
Uh,
would we have served
great
this at a party?
question.
Jenny would never have put these. Jenny would never
That's
have
your
put these out
answer.
for guests
Yeah.
in a million years.
She wouldn't have.
Right.
You're right. But here's the thing, and this is maybe a thing for Chez Fond du Lait. I prefer them that way. Like they're like crackery.
Burned.
Not even burnt. They're not burnt, but they're crisp.
What you really need, and this, I don't know how my high school cafeteria was able to capture this perfectly when I was a teenager, but what you need is crispy on the outside, but still soft and almost a little doughy in the middle.
That is the sweet spot. And it's hard to
to
achieve.
do.
Now, so this might be a thing for Shea Fond du Lac, or have you done this already? Like foods that are just that might like be pretty good, kind of burnt, like
Yep, we
popcorn.
did.
We have done this.
Okay,
Absolutely did
never
burnt
mind.
foods.
Glad I didn't bring that up.
I've been doing Shea Fond du Lac for
Yeah, we've done
decade
burnt
now.
foods already.
I don't even, how many years? I only know how many 69s
Then have we done
we've
the
How many years
opposite?
have we done?
Have we done raw foods?
Yes.
No,
Oh, there's an
raw
option.
but
food.
I mean, I've talked about sushi before.
Just give me some of
but
that
I
sweet,
mean,
sweet raw fish. You know what I mean?
There you go. There
There's
you go.
other
It's come
raw
up.
foods. We could do oysters, Kalen, sea urchin.
How do you guys feel about eating puss? You guys like it?
Beef tartare. I mean, there's some raw foods
All right.
out there.
I'm gonna write down
Yeah.
future Shea. I might need something at the beginning of the year next year.
All right, Steven Schumacher. He wrote, "Hey, where my back daddies at? Woof woof." And we're right here, buddy.
Was that
we're
on
right
Patreon,
here?
by the way? Was that on Patreon? Because that is
Yeah.
hilarious to anybody who has no idea what we're talking
That
about.
is a Patreon. That was a Patreon conversation, but it could be an everything conversation because we got 4 back daddies on this podcast right now, and we could keep moving forward. Let's get the group growing. All right, so yeah, Steve, we're right here, buddy. Stephanie Lynn Rinker says, "Sup, fuckers."
Sup,
Yeah.
fuckers.
So first off, I want to thank everybody for the really, really incredible messages you sent me after I made last week's announcement about me having a baby boy due in May. And
Wait, you're having a baby?
yeah, I'm having
This before? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. You went to Italy. How long ago did you go to Italy? How long ago were you?
I
in
went to
Italy
in Matt. Matt,
When's this baby
it's
due?
my honeymoon
It's in
May.
May. Yeah, it doesn't line up. It's not an Italian baby.
So you mean to say that you'll be pregnant for a year? I don't believe it.
that is defying all sorts of human biology, but
Yeah.
we'll
Damn.
we'll
All right.
look into it.
So your child won't be Alejandro.
Right.
I'm trying to think of an Italian
Right,
name. I don't even think that even qualified.
I only know Christopher. Well, that's my
Christopher.
name. My name's an Italian name. Hey. Anyway,
Hey.
Stephanie Lynn Rinker. Well, everybody sent me really nice messages, and I just want to say thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys are all super, super nice, and I read them, and they were very sweet, and thoughtful. Now, Stephanie, she also said one, but she had an interesting point. So during my announcement, she said, Gary had the sweetest smile on his face. You can tell he's so genuinely happy for Woof Woof. Now, she was obviously watching the video that was on YouTube of me doing the announcement. And that is totally true because when I was going through that whole spiel about the thank yous at Thanksgiving, I was really nervous. So I'm just talking. I'm nonstop talking, and I could just see Gary, and there was a crazy energy coming from Gary as he was just looking at me to the point where I couldn't even look at him because I could just feel it. I could just feel him like I could just feel it. So so that totally
In the
came off on camera.
meantime, Dawson was yawning.
Well, Dawson
So I
asked.
think that balanced the energy.
Yeah.
Dawson thought it was a bit. He asked whether Chris was serious or not,
Yeah.
which I thought was funny. But yeah, I mean, look, it was, dude. I'm so happy for you and Jenny, and I thought it was very masterful the way you did it, and we're able to just kind of keep talking to a point where it confused one of the people in the room.
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
Yeah, and Dawson yawning
To be
on this
fair-
podcast is akin to him inhaling, so it's fine.
Yeah, it just is.
Taryn Acker says, Chris, yeah, what was it like to have a master of comedy like Kyle Dunnigan look at you in the face as he does a John Lennon impression? It was super funny. When I did the news or trending topics on the Corolla show with Adam, just me, Adam, and Kyle, and Adam and Kyle did this incredible bit where John Lennon was ordering dinner while Yoko Ono was at the table. So while I'll have the French toast. You just hear that over the entire order. It was really good. So it was super hard not to laugh, and it was weird that I was in a room with those two with the microphones on. Roger Klotz says, it was no surprise to me that the water cooler filled my top 2 spots on my yearly podcast recap. He had the Pocket Cast.
That's awesome.
Recap.
The rap.
Do you see that?
Thank you.
I did. That's really cool.
Ooh, that's cool seeing that. Yeah, if anybody else has us on those lists, send them over. I like that. We were his top 2 podcasts.
It's freaking awesome.
So that's the Patreon show and then our regular show.
That's super cool.
Is that true? It was
Yeah.
both of our shows.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
both.
we were
Wow.
his top 2 podcasts. You
That's
listen to
amazing.
over 100 episodes, like 125 episodes last year or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's more time than any of us like to spend with each other. So really good on you.
It was crazy. So yeah, thanks, Roger. Yeah, do you guys use Spotify? Do you care about your Spotify Wrapped?
No,
stuff?
I don't personally.
I have a huge problem with it, which is that at Halloween time and at Christmas
It
time,
just throws it all off, doesn't it?
we have these massive playlists that we will play like way more than any other songs throughout the year, even though we do listen to like music throughout the year. So my year wraps are always a bunch of fucking Halloween songs and Christmas songs. And so I'm like, there's no point.
One of mine that makes it every year an album is called Power Vocals, because when I go to gigs for the like 20 minutes into the gig, I'll just put on this vocal warm-up thing where it's just like ma me me mo moo, and I just do that for 20 minutes on the way to the gig so my voice gets loosened up. And and that always makes the list. So it's like, check it out, you like the John Mayer, Taylor Swift, and Power Vocals. It's like, oh yeah. So, but I guess it's a good sign that I gig.
You're a vocal
Big
daddy.
big Taylor Swift fan then?
Dude, her new album slaps, man. You
Dude.
crazy?
It's her. She's the problem.
Let's see. Oh, Mike J. Nielsen has a poll. He says, how long are leftovers good for in the fridge? And the general consensus was 4 to 7 days.
You
Really?
guys are animals.
That really depends on what we're talking about here. If it's Cioppino, it's about 8 minutes.
Okay, let's say it's a hamburger.
Why is that even in there?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Great
What
answer.
are we,
Okay.
what are we doing?
Let's say
not leftovers.
chicken
Document
parmesan.
leftovers.
Chicken parmesan.
How are you? If you have leftover
Yeah,
chicken
chicken
parm,
again.
how are you not? If you're not consuming that within 18 hours of when it hits the fridge, it wasn't good, and you're not going to be consuming it.
Look,
Oh, you had too many
disagree with
apps. Someone ordered the wheel right before you got it.
I had leftovers today for lunch, and it was the standard, which is pepperoni pizza. So how long would you keep pepperoni pizza in the fridge before you throw it out?
I hate to say it because I hate being wasteful. You heard my Christmas bag thing, but in the fridge, pizza, the third day is probably the farthest I'll stretch it.
Today,
I'm with you, Chris.
it was the fourth day, and it was delicious.
Good
It
to
was
know.
fantastic.
Maybe I'll move.
Delicious.
Maybe my line moves.
I didn't want to waste it, and I went, you know what? It smells fine, so I'm gonna go for it, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah, Chris, I feel like I'm with you pretty much regardless of what the leftover is. Like, I get the following day, you don't want to have the same thing that you just had the day before. You could probably let it rest to the next day, but after that, you got to take care of it. And as for chicken parm, Gary, you just got to separate the parm and the pasta, and you could easily heat up that little chicken slab in a little toaster oven, throw the pasta into a little pot and heat that up, put it back together.
Matt,
You got
I think
yourself a stew, baby.
I think you misunderstand me. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm saying I don't get this. Kaylin, why? Explain yourself. Why do you have pizza 4 days later? Did you order way too much pizza, or have you been disgusted at the idea of eating pizza for 3.5 days? Like, what is going on here?
Yeah, how did it make it that many days?
Yeah.
Yeah, we ordered pizza on Friday, and it was we ordered a little bit too much, so it was put away. And then I think 1 or 2 slices were eaten on Saturday.
That's day 5, Professor.
Well, Friday night. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah.
Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Saturday, a slice or 2 was eaten. Sunday, I had gotten something that is only kind of local to the Valley and maybe Hollywood, which is the California Chicken Cafe.
Place
It's
straight.
really good, but we don't have it down here in Long Beach. And so I got that, and then I had to eat those leftovers yesterday. So that's why the
So
pizza was
many
left until
leftovers.
It's just
today. Yeah.
look, and that's fine. I don't think you're an animal for doing that, but it is just. I think it just throws me off when I think of what day I got it. Because if it is Tuesday, and I'm like, when did I get this pizza? Oh, you got it on Friday.
It was last week, before
Okay.
the week.
It was on
For the
Friday.
record, this is a guy talking about who eats like fucking chicken salad that's been left in his car on a hot summer day, and he's concerned about the few days that it's been refrigerated.
No, I'm not. I'm not judging. I literally prefaced it with, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying it's a little weird to think of it in the days. But yeah, dude, I eat bagels out of the trash. I get it. We're okay. Like, I'm
I eat
not
wings out
judging
the
you.
trash. I'm
Don't
right there
need to
with
get
you.
defensive here.
For the record, I'm judging both of you.
And for the record, I have done trash food as a chef on segment.
That's correct. You have, as inspired by George Costanza.
All right, let's keep moving here. But I'm going to pay more attention to how long I could eat leftovers because I don't know what my answer is. It might be 4 days. Edward Hubbard had another poll. He says, "I work in a cube farm." Is that like a dice factory?
I think it's just any kind of office that has standard cubicle setup. Like a big
Office space.
Okay, so it's either a place with a lot of cubicles, or it could be a place that produces a lot of dice.
I've read this.
Ice
comment.
and
I think it's
dice.
the first one. I'm not sure though.
Well, he says, "I drink 3 to 4 cups of coffee a day." That's a lot, dude.
He's making cubes. I mean, that could be.
That's a lot of work.
Back. You got to cut back.
Is that Kayla? Is that not too much?
No, I don't think that's too much. 3 at least that's standard for me.
You go 3 a day?
Yeah, back when I was working at the studio, I would have like 5 or 6. Like that was getting a little too much. But 3 cups of coffee a day, that is not too much.
I'll do 2.
2 in the morning, 1 midday. That's perfectly fine.
I stopped drinking them in the morning. I only do late, early noon, and after, and then later in the afternoon.
Early noon?
Early noon. Like, I don't know.
Early noon?
What do I say when it's 12? When it's 12:15, dude? I'm not gonna say noon. It's not exactly noon.
Lunchtime.
Lunch.
Yeah, anything around 12 would be lunchtime.
I do before early noon.
Early noon
Early noon.
and afternoon. I like that early noon is also afternoon.
But it's early afternoon.
What did you guys eat for early noon today?
I never said that's a meal time. Get out of here, dude.
I didn't have anything for early noon.
Let's move on. I cannot let this become a thing. All right. Well, Edward says, "I'm considering bringing my Keurig from home and setting it up at my desk at work. And if one of your coworkers did this, what would you think?" Either, the options were, "Oh, he's so dedicated. He won't leave his desk and he just wants to make coffee there and not get up and work so hard." Or,
No.
"Dude is antisocial and doesn't want to get up and just wants to just stay at his cubicle and drink coffee all day." Do you think of either of those, or what is your thoughts? And by the way, the first one is what everyone voted on, that he's dedicated.
Yeah.
It kind of is there coffee available at his job? Because it kind of depends on how the coffee is there. Because if it's fine, if it's normal, then it seems
There
like
is
you're
coffee
wasting-
available, but he
it seems
just...
like you're just wasting your own money at this point. I mean, Keurigs are fine, but
I don't know if you remember this, Caleb, but I brought a Keurig into my office on my file cabinet. I don't know if you've seen it.
it stayed there for a very, very long
Yeah,
time
you see
until
that?
I fucking had to do something with it.
Yeah, so I had a Keurig on there, and I had the little...
You do not want to know what he did to it.
What did you do to it?
To it?
You don't want to know.
Did you throw
Here's
it away?
what I'm saying.
It's gone now.
I feel like
Good.
my initial reaction is like kind of an ingenious move to bring your own tech to the workspace. I'm all for it. But hearing the situation, what I think you should do is take your Keurig and put it into the common area. You don't need to take all your own cups. You can keep your cups by your own desk or whatever. Angle for a way, try to get the company to start paying for the cups. Come on, you're done.
I
What?
like that. I'm on board with that one. I think that's a good idea.
And that's what's on the menu.
Matt, there's a finite number of coffee that Keurig can produce. And you're gonna let your
It's in the
you're gonna let your coworkers get a bunch of that?
You're basically letting the entire
You
office
keep
run
the-
a train on that Keurig.
Yeah, exactly. You
do
want
it.
that?
Yeah. I'm not paying for the coffee, but you want to bring your own pods in? Go
No,
for
but
it.
Matt, if you're gonna bring your own Keurig, presumably you don't want just a variety of pods running through that thing. Do you know how nasty that's
Why?
gonna get?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know
It's
what
like like bringing your own spoon to work and like, "Hey guys, I got this spoon here. Everybody can use it though."
Yeah.
All right,
It's
just
a
put it
coffee
back.
machine.
It's a communal spoon.
Yeah.
Communal spoon. That's basically what you're saying.
You're pouring one serving of coffee into an individual cup. You're not like licking the fucking dispenser.
Yeah,
Like what's
Everyone in that
gross
office
here?
is Eskimo brother after that. Yeah.
All right.
It's disgusting.
Now you've taken it too far.
Cam, what were you gonna say? What were you gonna do?
Eskimoka brothers.
Well, you can do a thing where you have a a break for that one. You can get ones that are reusable to where you can get like the ground coffee and scoop them in there, and so then it's reusable. So
But
you're not
Kalen,
wasting a
but-
bunch of Keurigs.
but
and you
Kalen.
just rinse it out. You get a couple of those. You
But
get
everyone-
a pot of
You want a
Folgers.
line? You're gonna get a line, dude. There's a lot of people. This is a cube.
It does
farm.
take a while.
This
It does
isn't.
take a while.
This isn't
Yeah,
just.
that is true.
This isn't
I'm
just
trying
like
to
a
save
cube
the environment
startup.
here,
All right, this
okay?
is a
You know how
whole
bad
farm.
those Keurig cups
There are
are?
acres of cubes here. All right, we're talking acres, and you're gonna bring one little Keurig to supply all these acres of cubes with coffee? No.
I
It's not gonna
think
work like that.
His coworkers would appreciate it, and yeah, they might be like, "Hey, thanks for the Keurig. Now here's
All right, Kaylin,
I
I've
don't
got
know, a little bonus on my end.
I've got a
Some
little.
for me. Here's some for you.
I've got an upgrade for you. If you're trying to save money with the reusable pods, which never actually end up working, they just end up spilling grounds all over the thing.
That is also true.
You bring the regular pods, and you bring some extra, and you just let it be known. If you want a cup of good coffee, $5.
$5. I
Start
like that.
selling it.
Maybe it's
There
a
you
bit steep,
go.
but I do like
make
that.
some money.
You're a
I'd
coffee
be like
dealer, low key.
25 cents. I only take quarters. There you go.
There you go.
There's
The
your
quarters
pod.
coffee.
Oh.
Hey,
Orders coffee.
Kaylin,
You lower the price of 25 cents, you probably making some money.
Kaylin, you take an extension cord, a Keurig, some cups, and a piece of cardboard. You got yourself a business. Get out there on that street while the kiddos are playing in the yard, and you sell that coffee, 25 cents a cup to the ongoing motorists.
Yeah.
That is
There's a kid in my school that was
surprisingly good idea that I'm surprised nobody's ever taken advantage of before.
in high school. There's a TA at my school that would get out for lunch a little earlier than everybody, just because that's just the way his teacher ruled and let him get out. So he would go to In-N-Out and just buy a F ton of double doubles, and then just bring them to school and sell them to everybody. Brilliant. And yeah, it's for lunch.
So smart.
That's what you got to do. All right, a couple more comments here. Let's just finish these off with comments. I think
do it.
we're having a good old time.
Yeah.
Casey Peters, he says, "Damn it, a motherfucking city skunk sprayed my dog again, and this time it bit him, bringing him to the vet and to get rid of the smell. But any pointers to keep skunks out of the yard? He dug under my vinyl fence." Now, Casey, yeah, I do have a way to keep skunks out of your yard, especially those city skunks, is to call animal control and let them know their skunks are getting in. That's it. Yeah, you just got to let them know. Like, and don't touch the skunk. Don't get near the skunk. If the skunk is dead, don't get anywhere near. Don't even go outside until animal control picks it up for you. That's
All right. I have a better solution. If I've learned anything from watching TV, you need an attractive female cat. You probably need several on hand, depending on how many skunks there are. But generally speaking, the skunk will be so enamored by the female cats, especially if it's a black and white cat. They won't spray.
And then you'll have a chance to.
whoa.
No.
Well, he's asked for tips to get rid of skunks. I mean, that's an option.
Well, I guess skunks, they wouldn't be annoying. They would be in love. And maybe that's what we want, something like that.
Yeah.
That's actually quite beautiful, Matt, and I'm glad you brought that up, and that's a really great idea. So, KC,
You're welcome.
I know you have a dog, but you should probably turn that dog in for a cat. And
Get a couple cats.
Get a few cats. You could. I don't know what the going rate, the trade rate is for a dog for a few cats, but I'm sure you could probably get like 3 or 4.
So our suggestion is to become a cat daddy.
Become a cat daddy, but only. Yeah, but you have to get the black and white cats. And
Or I mean,
tuxedo
again,
cats.
I've seen, there's some grooming shows. I'm not suggesting you paint a cat, but you could also, you could dye the
Is this
cat.
Meet the parents?
you could, look, we know it works.
Did you spray this cat fucker?
We know it works. Lastly, David Hundley wrote in. David Hundley, our AI guy.
Hundley.
Kalen, you really messed him up, man.
Uh-oh.
He was
What did I do?
dude. He was done with that AI. It was in beta testing, and it was
I was
working.
ready. I was ready to A and B it.
It was working, like it was going real good. But you really effed him with all your food comparisons. Like, it really ruined him. So yeah, he says I checked to see if there's sort of some data set thing I could connect those food comparisons to enhance the AI model, and yep, I could technically do it, but
There you go.
I can't commit to
Get to
doing
work.
that. He can't.
Wow.
It's just too much work, Kalen. You really added a whole other variable with your adding the food to your
I've
scores.
really been trying to think about how that all started and why I did that in the first place, so I can regret that decision. But it's here now. I can't control it any longer. It's become its own monster.
The AI has learned.
Yeah. So we'll see what the AI evolves to. Have you guys gone that Lens app and see what you look like as a cartoon yet?
No, I'm scared of it.
You don't want to do it?
I'm also scared of it.
You're scared of it too?
Yeah.
What's so dude? You look awesome. It makes you look good. Like, dude, I bet it
TikTok.
makes your back look real good.
This is Tech Talk, and I'm no conspiracy nut. This is not a news nook segment, but
I got the intro ready.
Yeah, play the
know,
intro.
but
Play the intro.
but I
You're listening to News Nook with Matt Fondelier.
Now, my understanding is that all of these apps exist solely to capture facial technology. It's so that China and all these other, nefarious countries all get like all of your personal information. And they're like, oh, here's like an art version of yourself. And this is why it's a Tech Talk question as opposed to the News Nook. I don't know if that's true or not. Like, I don't think I was already plenty of pictures of myself on the internet. I've had my iPhone with the little facial recognizing thing to get the phone turned on. So it may already be too late for me. So maybe it doesn't matter. So, but generally speaking, like, it just seems weird to me to be like, yeah, here's every angle of my face so you can turn me into a cartoon.
That is fair. That's a fair worry that you should have, concern, because remember that app that made you old and everybody was doing that?
Yep.
Yeah, and everyone would take pictures and videos of their face to make them look old because that was a huge thing, and it was cool for like a minute, which is what this is going to be, by the way. I'm already over them. I'm already seeing it. I'm over seeing everybody as a cartoon. I get it. Like, I could kind of...
Me too.
Yeah, I get it. Now...
And that was my problem, was that I was over it before it ever occurred to me whether or not I wanted to do it myself. I'd seen enough of them where I was like, okay, this is what everyone's going to do for this weekend. Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, okay, they have your face. Matt, you're on YouTube. There's over 100 hours of your face on YouTube right now, and it's like, okay, they could get your face, dude. If they want your face, it's there. It is there.
So I just have to live. If I want a cartoon version of myself, I should just do it. And
if you really want it, I just don't know. Like, if they have that information, which I bet they already do, what's the big deal?
Can I also
what can they do with it? What can they do with this? Are they going to create a robot of me? Is this Westworld coming out? Like, I mean,
the irony of all of this is that we're all talking about how weird it is to have yourself animated, and in a giant monitor right behind you, Chris, is a picture of all of us animated. And Chris, your head is right next to your animated head, and Gary, you're off in the exact same part of the frame. It could not be better.
I guess I do know what I look like. I don't have the Lens app. I have the Joji Chero app. Yeah. I guess you're right. That is ironic that we're doing this. We're having this conversation about it.
Like, it's so stupid to have yourself animated. Who would want to do that?
Yeah, only assholes.
Maybe
only total assholes have themselves animated and placed on logos on iTunes.
Yeah, maybe it's lost its luster with me because it's happened to us already. So it was really cool when it happened, and it still is very cool. Maybe it just I don't need it anymore because I already got it, and I'm fulfilled in that way.
You've been a sketch daddy for a long time.
I've been sketched. Yeah, that's right. Now, all right. So I was just curious on what you think, but I don't know if we don't play. We don't do this enough.
That was News Nook with Matt Fondelier. Outro.
Free outro for everybody, because you got to go to Patreon to get that, but we don't do the News Nook nearly enough.
We've done a lot of Patreon here. Kaylin rating people's backgrounds is an exclusively Mellow Money meetup thing.
Yeah.
We didn't explain that at all.
It's the holidays.
Do we have a Back Daddy tier yet? Because there should be a Back Daddy tier.
Buckle up, coming soon.
Yeah, we got to figure that out, because I know we got some Back Daddies.
You only get the episode in reverse.
Yeah, because we got some Back Daddies in that group. And, I mean, they're coming out in the Facebook group too, which I'm excited about. So there's something there. All right. Well, anyway, those are our comments, everybody. Thanks for writing in. We appreciate it. And I know we had a flick in and we had a shave. We'll put a pin in that for next time because
we
didn't do comments last time because I had some stupid announcement that I had to make. Big old announcement.
Yeah, you went to Italy.
I did go to Italy.
Turkey trot. Cool.
So why don't we go around and get our plugs in? So I'll start over here in studio with Gary. What do you suggest we check out?
I suggest that you check out our Patreon, patreon.com/watercooler. We have a bunch of different tiers. There's an extra episode each week. There's video. There's movie nights. I just referenced the Mall of Money meetup where we all hang out on Zoom with people who have that tier, and Kaylin rates their backgrounds. And even though they're our biggest supporters, Kaylin is not hold anything back and is very brutal in his background rating, as you saw with Matt's tepid 7.9.
I'm surprised
he was given.
Yeah, Ken, you got to stop giving him unflickable rooms there.
Hard Harsh but fair. That's Caitlin's motto.
I have a code. I have an honor. It's the same thing that holds me to my quarter collection journey that I'm on. I have to be fair.
Respect.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
All righty.
So yeah, check us out. Patreon.com/watercooler.
Yes. Caitlin, what about you?
Join our Facebook group because it's really fucking fun. I do not like Facebook at all, and I don't go on there, but I do just for that group because it's very entertaining.
Yeah,
and
I love how everyone's like, some guy like literally went into his center console. It's like, yeah, I was just bored one day, and I got way more quarters than Caitlin. Just looking at my
Step it up,
car.
Caitlin.
Jealous? I was like, yes. And yeah, in case you were not aware, the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once is streaming on Showtime. That got a lot of hubbub earlier in the year, and if you
now
want
you're
to watch
loving
it
the
and did not
Showtime
know,
app,
then
huh?
I still. Oh, you know what? It's gotten a little better. But for that movie, yes, I will bear the Showtime app to go and watch.
I imagine you'll
And
flick that on your next flicking.
I may, but Bullet Train just came on
Okay,
Netflix,
good.
so I think I'm gonna do that.
Okay, good, Caitlin. I'm glad that we delayed this. I'll make sure I watch it the next day or two because
Yeah,
I
we
saw
should watch
that
it.
came to Netflix.
Nice.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, there you go. A little preview of the bean Caitlin's gonna flick. Matt, so about you.
Well, I will echo what Gary said, which is please check out our Patreon show if you haven't already. We got another movie night coming up. We got another Malo Money meetup coming up before the end of the year. And if you enjoy the show, you're really only hearing half of it. And $5 a month, throw us a little holiday cheer, or gift it to somebody and then take a video of it and send it to us. And we love all you guys. So thanks for listening.
Yeah, I totally agree with all of that. And also, for my plug, check out Joe Coy Live. He's super good. Not that he really needs our help, but he could probably fill an extra seat or two in those stadiums and arenas that he's performing in.
No, but you're right,
Multiple
Chris.
sold out shows.
I'll echo that. Do yourself a flavor because that show was fantastic. I mean, it was just so much fun.
Yeah, so definitely see him live, and that will do it. Thanks again for everybody for hanging out with us and telling a friend about this show and subscribing to Patreon for the support. We love you so much, and we'll see you later this week for Patreon. Goodbye. Bubble boy out.